All right, good morning. This is Lucky Links, and it's been a while since I made this, a couple of weeks since I made this, but I need to do a video for it. This is the Lucky Links Which Way to the Wizard Oracle, and the demand was so big for it when I made it that I didn't really even get a chance to put together a how to use it kind of thing. So I kind of sold a whole bunch of them before I even got a chance to tell people how to do it, and I'm working on a PDF that has this and the Go Ask Alice Oracle together. But I thought it'd be a good idea to do a quick video so that people can get using this in a really much deeper way. I invented this one because I kept thinking about people who come to me for readings and who come to me for hypnosis these days. It seems that their main concern in so many areas is the bottom two rungs on Maslow's pyramid, those security needs, those health and security needs. So this particular oracle I designed because I keep seeing people who really don't realize that security comes from inside of them, or that home comes from inside of them, and that's what gave me the idea, because there's no place like home. So it comes with the coin that's got the Kansas house on one side, and it's got the Emerald City on the other side. That's the Emerald City. So, and then the dice itself is the Tin Man and the Wizard and the Scarecrow and the Cowardly Lion. And these are all their silhouettes. And then there's, of course, Dorothy. And then the opposite of Dorothy, which would be the witch. Okay, now this is how you use this thing. You can use this for regular fortune telling. So, like, for example, someone says, am I going to get the job? And then the witch is in there. And then I would flip a coin. And, okay, so it would come up with the house. And I would say in that particular case, you're probably your own worst enemy about getting this job, and just self-doubt is probably going to prevent you from getting it. Also, you're going to be spending more time at home. Now, if this was a job where you were working at home, I might say that was more, but it doesn't feel that way. It feels sort of like you're going to be your own worst enemy in this, and you're going to be spending more time at home, so not out at a job. So I would say no. So the coin, the Kansas house is sort of about those things that we carry with us, those things that we have inside, those things that are already ours, our own talents inside. But it also talks about limits and securities and how we use security to limit ourselves. This one is about getting out there in the world. That's the Oz side, getting out there in the world, and excitement, getting things done, interacting with people, making connections, making new stuff go. Because everything that has to do with security, that people are always asking about security, usually has to do with people's fears, whether whether they want to stay at home or stay in their comfort zone, or go outside their comfort zone and really get into the wider world. So that's really first. So you can use this way to tell you what the energy is. So it's like, what's so-and-so's health going to be? And then I would say, okay, it's probably going to continue the way that it's been continuing. I don't see a change. If I got, say, this, I would say something to the effect of, and you got to use your intuition with all of these. They're probably going to be in a situation where they're going to have to go to someone else to heal. Okay, for example. Okay, so then you got these, right? So you roll the die with the coin, and so the wizard has to do with unusual talents. Okay, so now if it's this one, if it comes up with the house, I might say something to the effect of, this is a person who's trying to fake it till he makes it, or this is a person who's actually trying to work his way out and get those talents he has and bring them out and make them bigger. If it came up with this one, I'd say you're going to go big here. You're going to go spectacular, and you're going to see opportunities. So this one, he was really a character that saw opportunities and grabbed them. Okay, so that's really it. This one is the Cowardly Lion. That has to do with courage. Whenever it comes up with this one, I usually say it's going to be a big deal, because I've been playing with this one inside and out and using it for everything, and I'm seeing what the patterns are with these and how they best work. He usually comes up for success. when a situation is going to be successful. I want you to play with these. I want you to test them, because you're going to develop your own interactions and your own relationship with what's going on with the oracle and your own understandings. But this is just a basic. He usually comes up, the Cowardly Lion usually comes up. Now I lost him. He ran away. Anyway, he's on here somewhere. There's only 6 sides. But anyway, he comes up for success. He comes up for success, especially when it comes here. It usually means you have to make a bold move when it comes up with this. When it goes to this one, it's like, okay, your confidence may not be riding high, but you actually have it inside of you to be able to make it. Remember, in all of these cases, each one of these characters had what it was inside of them. When the house comes up, it could be reminding you that it's inside of you, but you're not using it. When it comes up here, it tells you to go big or take a risk. So that's the last thing people want to hear these days, is take a risk. But those who take a risk make the biggest gain. When the witch comes up, it can indicate something spectacular is coming your way. Great wealth is in the potential, because she was a being of great wealth. She had a lot of property, a lot of power. So usually it has to do with power or situations of power. Can indicate that there's an enemy. When it comes up with Oz, the enemy is outside. When it comes up here, either the enemy is inside your own home or inside your own head. She also can indicate things have to be shaken up, or you're going to have to take unusual action to make this happen. So let's say someone just sit down and said, read me, and you do the witch. Okay, so let's say first I roll this one. He came up and he's like, okay, so I see that you're having courage problems right now. You're doubting yourself in the way that you think about yourself, and you're in a situation where someone else, in this particular case, he's coming up as a man who is you seem to think is more intelligent than you, and you're bowing down to his ideas rather than yours. So now let's say the witch came up then. So I'd say, well, then the witch says that you need to conquer this. You need to go past this. You need to shake things up. Maybe you need to meet new people and get out there and face your fears, which in this case, and there she is, which in this case might mean that you have to face your own ideas about your own, how smart you are, or your own intelligence, okay? So as you gathered, he comes up for mind issues or things relating to the mind, or when you have to use logic or you have to think out a situation. Each one of these can represent a person too. Again, use your intuition to find that out. Dorothy indicates the sort of, I don't know, maybe fool-like state. If those of you who read the tarot, she's sort of the innocent state. She's that part of us that wants to find out what we're really capable of and find that adventure beyond what we're comfortable with. When she comes up here, I might say you're playing it safe. When she comes up here with the city of Oz, I might say, look, you really have got to take some risks here. You're being stuck. Okay, so who else have I got here? I've got the Tin Man, which has to do with emotions or emotional state. When it comes up with the house, I might say, okay, things seem rather calm right now in your emotional state. However, if it comes up with the city of Oz, I might say, okay, don't be creating drama in those situations just to get an emotional fix, because sometimes people do. Also, this could indicate you need to control your emotions. Your emotions are out of control, or it could mean that you're about to have a very passionate situation. A lot of passion is going to be involved here when it comes up with the city of Oz. So as you can see, one is sort of the mundane, the sort of go small, the sort of safe bet. This one comes up when things get bigger. You could also see this as the moon and this as the sun, if you chose. You can also see this as a female, receptive energy, a projective male energy, if you chose, if it works that way for you. So now, let me show you a couple of things that you can do. You can do this, like I said, in relation to a regular fortune telling thing. So let's say you're just going to do a reading for someone, and someone says, come on, tell me all about myself. And I did one of those already. Let's do it again. So we got Dorothy. So I would flip the coin, and it says, okay, you're feeling kind of limited right now and kind of stifled right now. You're feeling right now like you want to explore something much bigger in your life, and actually it feels like in relation to a job. So I would say that you took a job and you took a career situation where you felt it was safe and you're starting to feel stifled, and there's a creative part of you that's trying to get out, it's trying to push its way out at this point, and someone goes, okay, yes, what do I do about that? And then you go, you have to be bold, because in this particular case, you're doubting that your security issues, and came up with this. You have to take a bold risk and get out there and do something different. You have to take steps towards making some change, because if you continue the way that you've been going, you're just going to continue to remain stuck. And what's going to happen is that fear inside of you is going to grow, and it's going to start to affect your relationships and all other parts of your life. So they say, well, will the outcome be? And then you say, okay, emotions, and then it comes up with this. Well, the outcome looks at this point like you're talking to me about making these changes. You're just sort of going through the ideas about it, but you're likely to play it safe. Your emotional nature is likely to overcome you, and you're not likely to move forward out of this job position into a new position. That's how you do it. You have to use your intuition, interact with it as though it were a story. Remember, if those of you who haven't read The Wizard of Oz, you should read The Wizard of Oz. It tells you a lot about what's inside of us and what we're capable of. The archetypes in that story are tremendously powerful. Baum really tapped into something huge when he wrote that story. And if you have any questions about this, go ahead and put them in the thing below, and I'll do my best to answer them. If you want to get a hold of one of these babies, I'm about to do a PDF about how this works with the Go Ask Alice Oracle. You can do huge readings with both of them. All you need is these two, and quite frankly, I spend a lot of my time with these in my pocket. It's just 3 oracles. It's my Gypsy. I spend with my Gypsy Love Oracle, my Go Ask Alice Oracle. You know, there's 4 dice here and 3 coins. There's my Go Ask Alice with the Cheshire Cat. And I do really big readings for people with just that, which means you can put it in your purse, your pocket, whatever, carry it with you wherever you go, and anytime you need insight, any time you need to do some fortune telling, you can do it. You guys have a fantastic weekend. I am Lucky Links. Again, this is the Which Way to the Wizard Oracle. If you want to get one, get a hold of me, and I'll tell you how to do it. And happy fortune telling to all of you.